Hello, dear friends. Very good morning. Once again, I am very happy to be with you in this YouTube video lecture series, and I heartily welcome all the students of English Literature of Hemchandracharya, North Gujarat University, and I also welcome all the literary personalities who loves to read English literature. Dear friends, today I am going to make discussion on the short story The Two Lady Wrens, which is written by a very well-known and famous short story writer and novelist Mulk Raj Anand. Dear friends, this lecture is the second part on the discussion on the two lady Wrens. In the first part, I have already make a discussion on Mulk Raj Anand, his timeline, his notable works, and his literary contribution to Indian English literature. Dear students, it's my humble request to keep a notebook and pen with you to jot down the important points. I also request you to use your earplug for better audio results. Now, move towards the story, The Two Lady Wrens. Uh, Mulk Raj Anand is known for his realistic portrayals of the social and economical problems suffered by Indians because of the caste system and British colonial rule. As we know that Anand is considered by many critics to be one of India's best writers. So, dear friends, in this story, The Two Lady Wrens, Mulk Raj Anand depicts the atmosphere of British rule in India. Anand's Two Lady Wrens is the short story about Lala Jindaram and his two wives Sukhi and Shakuntala. The conflict in Two Lady Wrens rises as Jindaram, or what we can say that Lala Jindaram receives the title of knighthood, and shortly afterward a letter is delivered which is addressed to him and Lady Ram. Now, Anand's short story, Two Lady Wrens, was first published in Man Whose Name Did Not Appear in the Census and Other Stories. So, in this slide, you can see the major characters of the short story, The Two Lady Wrens. So, you can see that in the short story, there are three major characters that you can see here in this slide. And in the beginning of the story, we can see that Lala Jindaram gets the news of getting the title of knighthood due to his sundry services to the British Empire. Lala was confirmed the title of knighthood by the British Empire, but this good news does not remain good for a long time to Lala Jindaram, because Lala Jindaram had two wives. He married two times. In the slide, you can see that in the blue sari, you can see that this is the peak of Sukhi, the first wife of Lala Jindaram. And in this red sari, or in the red slide, you can see the peak of Shakuntala, the second wife of Lala Jindaram. Jindaram's first wife, Sukhi, could not produce a child. She could not give birth to a child, and that's why what we can say that she was barren, and that's why Jindaram married with Shakuntala, the 25 years old lady, with the hope of getting a child. At that time, Sukhi means the first wife of Lala Jindaram. She was about 55 years old. So we can see that the plot line of this short story is based upon the mayhem that occurs in Lala Jindaram's household. The plot of the short story revolves around the two wives of Lala Jindaram who are at tug of war with each other for their husband's attention. Now, you have already seen that Lala Jindaram gets the news of getting the title of knighthood, and in the slide you can see the peak of the knight. So, we may have a question that what is the meaning of the title knighthood? So, dear friends, a knighthood is a title that is given to a man by a British king or queen for his achievement or his services to his country. A man who has been given a knighthood can put Sir in front of his name instead of Mr. So it's a prestigious title. Thus, it's not an award, but it's a title that is given by British head or officer to a person who has provided his better services or who has provided his services very honestly to the country. So we can see that Jindaram was very happy and busy in receiving and answering the indication of congratulatory messages. He was on cloud nine. Lala Jindaram's father was a small shopkeeper. So here you can see that his father was an ordinary man. So it was quite unbelievable for him that a man whose father was a small shopkeeper has suddenly been risen to such an exalted position in life. And he became equivalent to that of any sahib or what we can say sir. So for Lala Jindaram, or what we can say that, so it's a matter of great pride for Lala Jindaram or for him. In this slide you can see that the herald of conflict. So actually the fight or war between two lady Rams had already started when Jindaram married with Shakuntala, about 25 years young lady, and with the arrival of 25 years old Shakuntala, 55 years old Sukhi was expelled from the primary position in the house. To avoid these quarrels between two wives, Jindaram decided to separate his house and his wives into two different parts of the house. And as a result, he divided the house into two divisions and also divided the duties of both the wives. Thus, we can see that Lala Jindaram divided his house into two separate wings, one for each wife to manage. He also divided his household chores among the two wives so as to keep them at distance with each other. And as a result of this separation, or as a result of this decision of Lala Jindaram, now there is very peace in their house and they all lived with very happily, and both Sukhi and Shakuntala also remained very happy in the house of Lala Jindaram. So in this slide you can see the twisted situation that you can find in this slide. Um, Now, when Jindaram is announced to get the knighthood title, and these happiness of the family turn into quarrel or war, the invitation card from the government house twisted the situation in the family of Lala Jindaram. In this award function, in order to felicitate all those dignitaries who have been granted titles, medals, and scrolls of honor, a garden party was organized at the residence of His Excellency of the Governor, and it was to held on the very next day. Now, Jindaram had to choose one of his wives to take along with him in this garden party. An invitation card was delivered to Jindaram and it was addressed to him and Lady Ram. So, Lala Jindaram was in a very confused situation, and here Ram means Lala Jindaram and Lady Ram means the wife of Ram means Jindaram. The rise of the problem, now we can see here that now the problem rose for Lala Jindaram and he could not decide to whom he should choose or to select as his Lady Ram and with whom he should go at the garden party. Here you can see that now the war between two Lady Rams started, and Jindaram at first asked his younger wife Shakuntala to buy a new sari and get ready for the occasion. And now when Sukhi got this news that Shakuntala is going to attend the party with Lala Jindaram, and she feels the feelings of subordinate and powerless. She feels like a discarded woman who was no longer required by her husband. And in anger, Sukhi stepped into the room where Lala Jindaram and Shakuntala had been sleeping in the early morning. She started to pour her anger at her young rival Shakuntala, and she says, I quote, Eater of her master, this is the last humiliation which you had to cast on me. She also added, I quote, but I will pull every hair on your head and blacken your face. Unquote. Here you can see the jealousy that Sukhi feels for the rival Shakuntala, and that is natural. A lady or wife cannot bear the division of her husband or the division of her love with another lady or with another wife. And that you can see that in Indian culture, uh, nobody can bear this division of husband or love. It's very painful situation for a wife, and the same thing happened to Sukhi, and she cannot control her anger and started to abuse Shakuntala. On hearing the abusive language of Sukhi, they got out of bed, and Jindaram, disapproving, rubbing his eyes and said, I quote, Go to your rooms. I will stay here if I like. And Sukhi started shouting and protested loudly. To control Sukhi and her unstoppable, continuous flows of abuses, Lala Jindaram finally exerted his authority in the house by taking Sukhi by the hair to her part of the house. And Sukhi proved to be stubborn and resisted like a tiger and created a hue and cry at the house. It disturbed Lala Jindaram's peace of mind, and he was in a state of confusion where he did not know what to do. So in this slide, you can see that the peak has already show you that this is a peak of disturbed Jindaram. So disturbed by the acts of his wife Sukhi, Jindaram first called the ADC for an appointment, but the ADC was busy with preparation for the party and he avoided him, I mean Lala Jindaram. After the rejection, he thought of visiting the governor of the province. But at the gates of governor's house, the sepoy said that Lat Sahib was at tiffin and there were strict orders that no should disturb his privacy. Now he is seeking for solution of the problem and he knew that certain things are sure that Sukhi would never let him live in peace for life if she was not called Lady Ram and taken to the garden party. On the second thing, Shakuntala would never let him come near her if he took back his word. And third, he could not act neither the governor nor or he could not contact neither the governor nor ADC. Now at last, Lara Jindaram can find the solution of his problems, and here in this slide you can see the happy family with the very good solution. Now when he reached to his house, the shepherd suggested him to take both his wives to the party. Here first Ram dismissed the driver's simple idea and he said, I quote, mind your business. But at last he realized that it could be the only solution to the complicated problem. And he decided to take both the wives to the garden party. And he ordered the shepherd to tell both the wives to get ready for the garden party. Now Lala Jindaram went to the party with Sukhi and Shakuntala, and luckily no unpleasant thing happened. On the contrary, Her Excellency complicated the two Lady Rams on their wonderful saris, and His Excellency bestowed the title of Knight to Sir Jindaram. And dear friends, here you can see that the very good thing you can find here, that from that day Sir Jindaram and her two Lady Rams had become an integral part of all ceremonial occasion of the capital. So we have seen the happy end of this short story. Now dear friends, I would like to discuss the certain points of this short story, that man was allowed to marry second time if first wife was not able to give birth to a child. This is the important topic, or this is the important point that you can see in this short story, the two Lady Rams, and it shows the Indian condition or the women condition in India in those days. This story, The Two Lady Rams by Mulk Raj Anand, points out the bigamy that was accepted in this society. While criticizing the social standards, there is also a clear undercurrent of comedy and hilarity in the story. The men were free to marry multiple times if their wife is unable to provide them with a child. And this highlights the discrimination against women gender that existed in the society. It also highlights the fact that women did not have their own identity in our society. Instead, they were defined by their husband's name and occupation. Dear friends, in this story, the first wife of Lala Jindaram accepted the harsh truth about his husband's second marriage without protesting against the injustice that was being done towards her. Here you can see that women did not have their own identity. They were defined by their husband's name and occupation. She numbly acknowledged the truth since she was discovered to be barren. She, as an individual, was valued only on the basis of her ability to produce and care for the family. The story portrays a certain double standard that existed within the Indian society in those days, where Indian women were defined according to their spouse. The story shows constant struggle between the two wives to gain their husband's attention. Moreover, woman as individual was valued only on the basis of her ability to produce and have for the family, and at one point the readers witness the injustice. We can also witness the injustice that is also done towards the first wife. The readers often miss to notice that the second wife too has been deprived in certain ways. It is astonishing to imagine that a woman would be willing to marry an already married man. So here you can see that it is astonishing to imagine that a woman would be willing to marry an already married man. Another thing that ought to be noticed is the fact that Lala Jindaram is able to bend rules according to his will because he possessed the power and money to do so. This factor points out that irrespective of the era or time, power always holds the highest position. So, dear friends, this is all about uh, the short story, The Two Lady Rams. If you like this video, please like and subscribe this YouTube lecture. Thank you very much.